In today's video, I'm going to gamble on rain and it's not going to go well. Of course, at my home race as well. But first of all, if you missed the previous episode at Austria, I recommend you go and check the one out. Because spoiler, there was a bit of contact again with the McLarens at the end of that race. And that's going to lead us into today's article that's come from the press. Piastri denies McLaren make contact over transfer rumours. Yes, McLaren and both Piastri and Norris have denied that he and his teammate, Lando Norris, made contact with me over rumours that I will take one of their seats in 2028. And obviously, Mark Priestley has just confirmed. I mean, to be honest, I would love to fire Mark, but I mean, we don't have the option in the game. You know, who knows where my driver will be. I mean, you'll have to end up keep watching because, of course, there isn't going to be a season 4 at all. Well, maybe in the future, but for now, no season 4 at this moment in time. Obviously, Norris says he's not surprised, but then, of course, he had his own little bit of contact, so, I mean, that's not really surprising for him. So, we've just got to try and push past this. Now got a new championship threat in the form of Leclerc, and we need to try and do as much as possible to beat him too. Meanwhile, obviously I'm going to be focused on R&D. R&D is going to be a huge focus today, but there is a slight bit of problem. I don't have enough resource points to do anything really. I think, as I said, major weight distribution, that'll be the next one on there. That will give us a much better sashi than everyone else. I think weight reduction hopefully will help with the straight line speed. So with no upgrades, we still remain the fastest car on paper. Aston Martin, the third fastest car. But I mean, yeah. Mercedes, they did improve. So who knows? Can they get in the mix and help us out? That would be nice. They're not. Neither of them are really in the Drivers' Championship fight at this moment in time. We're halfway through the season. We've had 8 races to go. 8 races so far. This is the second half. Let's start the second half well, and, get a podium on the home Grand Prix or even the win. That would be nice. But of course, first of all, the first obstacle will be qualifying. And Silverstone, it is a good track. You can see that first lap was good enough at P11 ahead of one of the Mercedes, so it's a bit mixed up here. And again, that's the problem where the grid can be so close on paper that some of the times can be very different comparing from track to track. As we've got a runner that's in front of us, he will need to get out of the way. Thank you very much as well. A little bit of time gained. I don't really make much. I think the first sector is probably my best of the 3. The middle sector is probably the worst, I'm going to say. As we go through then into Brooklands, this is such a... I'm way wide of that corner. I should be a lot closer to the curb at that point. But I'm running lower wings than I would do. And you can see, ignore the fact that I've just lost Delta. I'm saving battery at this point. I used a lot of battery and ended up with deploy use. So that's why that has gone. Delta's gone off. I'm hoping I'm going to be end that up, and you can see that I'm actually gaining on the Delta to go through Maggots and Beckett's, taking a lot of curve to try and keep this car in a straight line. Now it's time to unleash the battery and the full power of this mighty Ford engine, which is probably still 3 miles an hour short of everyone else's top speed as well. It's a 3/10 improvement now on the previous best time. It's now moved up through the ultimate couple of corners. Third sector's okay, is probably good as well for me. So yeah, so around the final corner, it's a half a second improvement, and that will get me P10. So, I mean, I know that I'm not great at qualifying, but the fact that McLaren's are way out in front, that is a problem as well. It's Leclerc, it's Hamilton, not Leclerc, that's the closest to the 2 McLarens. Hopefully, Piastri can win ahead of Norris if we are unable to catch him. So yes, we'll see what we can do from 10th grid. It's time to race day's British Grand Prix.
Alright mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
You know me, Mark. We need to do something. Race strategy, soft tyres. I always cringe at soft tyres, which is precisely why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start on the hard tyres. This is, again, this is, I'll come back to this about tyre wear because it needs a full-blown rant. But yes, I'm going to start on the hards. Should give us option to either soft or mediums. So, 5 Minute Lights, the British Grand Prix, my home race, and away we go. It's a much better start than Antonelli on the soft tyres on the right-hand side there. Can I get in front of the Tass and the Ferrari? Yes, I can. Have a look at my teammate. Nothing doing there. Nibbling all over the back of my knee to try and get in front of Sainz here. Apparently got a warning. I don't know how. Don't actually think I actually made contact. But I'm up to P6, which is a good start. And crucially, Hamilton has got in front, or he's getting in front of Lando Norris. That's going to allow Oscar Piastri to try and run away with it. So I'm hoping, you know, you can see on the mini-map that Norris is down at P3. That is good.
Nothing to see here.
As I come down onto lap 2, Sainz has decided to have DRS, and I mean, there's contact there with Sainz. I didn't actually see this at the time. I didn't realise this at the time. But Sainz has actually lost his front end plate as well. It is very borderline, but there is contact there. I'm sure Sainz will probably not be happy with this. You know, yeah. Got a little bit too much on the curb. I think it is a 50-50 racing incident. But Sainz is just now a sitting duck, basically. I mean, we know how slow the Ford engine was anyway, which is not going to help in a straight line compared to the Ferrari-powered Haas and the Ferrari works car that's behind it. And I'd love Sainz to be, you know, I'm going to need Sainz to be up here to help me out in the championship. But the last couple of races, you know, I mean, yes, I you know, I can't help that incident. You know, I'm trying to just keep him behind. You know, if there were team orders, you know, I'm the one in the championship fight as well. He's dropped back big time. You can see here that is Behrman and Leclerc. I'm hoping that Behrman can hold off Leclerc. That is crucial for my race because I do not have pace on these hard tyres. I don't think. You know, the tyre wear is just awful on this game.
DRS is currently offline.
That is just fantastic as well. So I can't even defend against Leclerc. But yeah, to be honest, didn't have much problem with defending from Leclerc. Able to use the battery. Silverstone's not known for its thing. I think that the next race at Belgium and then also Italy will be a problem. Unfortunately, what is a problem, that's Lewis Hamilton, and that is him coming out in P3, what will effectively be P3 once everyone makes their stop. And the race leader, that's right, is the jammy git that is Lando Norris in this career mode. I mean, his AI is just the luckiest person. That is a Spinala for Nico Hülkenberg, and Hülkenberg has decided to give up as well, so that's unfortunate for him. Unfortunately, no safety car for that, but you can see it is raining, so yes, it is raining, but it's not raining enough. This rain is taking forever to arrive, and it's just not going to come in time, I don't think, to actually make any move whatsoever. I've now got Lando Norris right at my rear end, and this is just failed miserably. I tried to extend the hard tyres, you know, the mediums. I actually did this race 3 times. The mediums felt awful, the softs felt awful, and there's contact with Norris. Again, 3 races in a row now, ladies and gentlemen. Twice with Norris, once with Piastri, and I don't know if it's quite like his AI just realised, am I not there? I mean, there is a bit of contact there. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, but it is 3 races in a row between myself and the 2 McLarens, and he's turned in a little bit there. I mean, I'm trying to squeeze him to the left, but still give him the car's width. to try and take the corner as best as possible, because it's a fifth gear corner that's coming up here as well. So yeah, I've given up on trying to wait out for the inters. They're not gonna come in time. If I put inters on now, even though it looks like they would survive, the wet weather in this game is awful. It's one of the most unrealistic things ever in any racing game as well. So Norris is having his front wing changed. I got onto the soft tyres because, why not? And I'm just watching my championship chances falling away because, Leclerc now is going to benefit. He was having a stinker and now he's going to benefit from doing that. And that should come out just in front of my teammate as well. I don't believe he's fixed his front wing, so that is just a big L for the team as well. Norris will have to come through too, but I think he's picked mediums. Now I've got to get past in front of Albon. Gasly is 5 seconds up the road, so this might be no points for my home Grand Prix. This will be disastrous if it is as well, but I'm able to get in front of Alex Albon at least to salvage P11. But yes, Ocon, look at that. That is Leclerc. He's currently gaining on Esteban Ocon for what is P3. Hopefully Ocon can hold off Leclerc. Meanwhile, that is Lando Norris, who, it doesn't really matter anyway. He has got past Carlos Sainz. So both of them have made contact with me, and I'm sure both of them are not very happy. Now, the biggest surprise to me was that somehow on the final lap I managed to catch Pierre Gasly. I don't know if this is because their medium tyres just went off. It is getting, as you can see, closer and closer to intermediates, but sadly it's just going to run out. I'm able to walk right around the outside of Gasly. That's a very unorthodox move. You don't really see that here. It's usually further down on the DRS straight where the move gets done, but Gasly's crawling through as well. That is Ollie Behrman too. So, I'm into the points, and there's a chance here for P9 of all things. Can I send it down the inside of the penultimate corner on Behrman? Yes, of course I'm going to send it. Behrman gives me the space. I'll give him as much space as possible. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be P9. If you told me when I came out the pits that I was going to get 2 points, I would have taken them, to be honest. If you told me before the race I was going to get 2 points, I would have been very annoyed. Here's a replay then of this manoeuvre on Behrman there for P9. Down the inside is a textbook manoeuvre of that corner to get those 2 points. So, yes, it's very frustrating here today. The rain didn't come. The tyre wear was awful. And in the end, my teammate struggled because they didn't replace his front wing. The pace kind of wasn't there. George Russell was actually P3, not Ocon P3, excuse me. But Leclerc did get Ocon in the end, and that's 25 points. So when myself and Norris make contact, as I said, Charles Leclerc is the winner. Need to bounce back. Fortunately, as well, Constructors I think is partially over. Sainz doesn't score for 3 races. We need him back fighting for positions. It really did benefit Leclerc, and he only finished P4. It would have been worse if he won the race. That could have been a game over scenario today. It's the worst result of the season. This cannot happen again. The next race is at Belgium. I need to get back on the podium. I need a victory, really, potentially, and also at Italy. My main concern is the Ford engine. If it's 3 miles an hour short of top speed, that's going to be crucial at Belgium. I might have to run lower wings, which is going to be a problem in the middle sector. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's going to be good. And to rub salt on the wound, it's a sprint race too. So, yes. That and Monza and potentially Baku. I will try and see what happens. might be out next week. At the very least, Belgium and Italy will be out next week too. All that is left, though, is for me to say a huge thank you for spending a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes of your time watching this British Grand Prix driver career mode video. Let me know what you think on the accents with both Sainz and Norris in the comments below. If you are new around here, though, please do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. Until next video, then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.